I'm not going to lie to you. Quitting cigarettes is not an easy task. It is actually very hard. It takes a lot of effort, usually many tries and restarts, and a dedicated mindset. Actually, this is a lifetime war that consists of many battles. Of course, there are many people who can smoke 1 cigarette per day or even 1 per week. And when they are in the mood, they can have 10 cigarettes for the night and then not smoke for a week or 2. Everybody knows at least someone like this. And of course, most of the smokers dream of being able to smoke this way. This is a trap. It is scientifically proven that about 5 to 6% of the people have biochemistry that does not hook them to smoking like the rest of the people. This is the reason they can smoke or not smoke as they wish, and not some kind of magic mindset or willpower that they have. The rest of us become very addicted to nicotine, period. To quit for good, you need to realize that you have to quit for good. No 1 cigarette with a drink, no party smoker thing, no substitutes such as electronic cigarettes, cigars, cigarillos, pipes, vape, tobacco chewing, or whatever there is. It is very simple. No smoking at all. 1 cigarette after you quit, and sooner or later you will be a smoker again. There has been some research made that after quitting cigarettes, you need about 80 days for your biochemistry in the body and brain to be reset so that you are no longer chemically addicted to nicotine. But after that, just 1 drag reverses this back to 80% addiction. A full cigarette makes you 100% chemically addicted for another 80 days. Keep this in mind when you think that you can have a cigarette or 2 on Friday nights. After this, maybe also on Wednesdays, and sometimes with the coffee. And when they make you very upset at work, yeah, you need a cigarette too. And then you buy another pack the next day, and then what? You are smoking again and you feel stressed or relieved or maybe both. But of course, if you start smoking after you have quit, you need to take the lesson from this time and try harder next time. Mark Twain has said, "Giving up smoking is easy. I've done it hundreds of times." It is so true, but you need to learn a lesson every time so the next time you can go further and eventually find the right motivation to stop for good and never smoke again. For me, there were a couple of things that got me motivated. First, I was always angry that a habit made me do things that I did not enjoy, just to satisfy that habit. The first time I realized that was at an airport in the winter, when after landing, the first thing I did was rush out for a cigarette. It was very windy and very cold, so I could take just a few drags from my cigarette. The rest was blown by the wind, and I was so cold that I thought to myself, what am I doing? Can't I wait for half an hour at least to reach the hotel? Second, I felt for a long time that I had smoked quite a lot of cigarettes in my life, and that they should be enough. I have been smoking since I was about 14, and there were times I had more than 2 packs per day on a regular basis. I have made some rough calculations that the total number of cigarettes that I had smoked is over 100,000, which I believe is a very good number as an achievement. Third, based on how many cigarettes I had, I was very afraid of getting sick because of that. This is a bit of an unstable motive, but you can check some interviews with people who had mouth and throat cancers. If you haven't, it is very motivating to quit immediately. And last but not least was the improvement of my health. When I don't smoke, I really feel a big difference in my breathing. When I swim, I don't feel like I'm drowning. When I run, I get tired in my muscles instead of getting dizzy from the inability to breathe. Even my pulse is consistently lower by about 10 beats per minute, which is around 12–15% less stress on the heart and the cardiovascular system. And of course, the taste and smell. I love food, and when I smoke, everything tastes almost the same. So every time I eat something, I can now appreciate the taste because of not smoking. Whatever motivates you to quit smoking should be explored, and that should fuel your will to quit. Look for additional information about smoking that can help motivate you. The most important thing is to stay focused and never think that you have overcome that habit. This is a huge mistake. This habit is going to stay hidden throughout all your life and will be waiting to emerge again. Do not let it. It might sound a bit stressful that you might need to fight all your life, but that is the truth, and the only way to succeed is to be prepared.